Welcome to DBMS course. In this video lecture, today we are going to cover database architecture, database users, role of database administrator, database languages, and SQL. Database architecture. The architecture of a database systems is greatly influenced by the underlying computer system on which the database is running. Centralized, client server, parallel, that is multiprocessor, and distributed. Database users, there are different database users. Users are differentiated by the way they expect to interact with the system. First user, application programmers. First user, application programmers. Application programmers interact with the system through DML calls. Application programmers interact with the system through DML calls. DML is data manipulation language. I repeat, application programmers interact with system through DML calls. Sophisticated users form request in database query language. There is one more type of user, that is sophisticated users. I repeat, sophisticated users form requests in a database query language. Then third one, specialized users. Specialized users write specialized database applications that do not fit into the traditional data processing framework. Specialized users write specialized database applications that do not fit into the traditional data processing framework. New users invoke one of the permanent application programs that have been written previously. New users invoke one of the permanent application programs that have been written previously. Examples, people accessing database over the web, bank tellers, clerical staff, etc. etc. See, these are different database users. The first is application programmer, interact with the system through DML calls. Second, sophisticated users form requests in database query language. Third, specialized users write specialized users write specialized database applications. I repeat, specialized users write specialized database applications that do not fit into the traditional data processing framework. New users invoke one of the permanent application programs that have been written previously. Examples, people accessing database over the web, bank tellers, clerical staff. These are different database users. Database administrator. Role of database administrator, DBA. Role of database administrator, DBA. DBA coordinates all the activities of the database system. DBA coordinates all the activities of the database system. The database administrator has a good understanding of the enterprise information resources and needs. Database administrator's duties include schema definition, storage structure and access method definition, schema and physical organization modification, granting user authority to access the database, specifying integrity constraints, acting as liaison with users, monitoring performance and responding to changes in requirements. See, schema will be defined by DBA. Schema, it means a logical structure of database. Storage structure and access methods definition will be done by DBA. Schema and physical organization modifications, that modification will be done by DBA. Granting user authority to access the database, specifying integrity constraints, acting as a liaison with users, monitoring performance and responding to changes in requirements. So these are the roles of DBA. Database languages. Let us see different types of database languages. The first one, data definition language. Second, data manipulation language. Third, data control language. Fourth, transaction control language. Data definition language. In that you can see the commands like create, alter, drop, rename, comment, truncate. Data manipulation language, in that you can see the statements like select, insert, update, delete, merge, call, explain, plan, log table. Data control language, in this you can see the statements like commit, rollback, save point, transaction. Transaction control language. Here you can see the commands like grant and revoke. First, data definition language. A data definition language is a special kind of language that used to specify the database schema by the set of definitions. DDL is also purposed to specify the additional properties of the data. There is a special type of DDL named as data storage and definition language that specify the storage structure and access methods used by the database system. The hidden details for the implementation of the database schemas from the users are defined by these statements. Also, the data values that are stored in the database are required to satisfy certain consistency constraints. Specification notation for defining the database schema. See, in that we first create table by using DDL, by using a data definition language. See, in RDBMS we create tables by using DDL. For example, create table account, opening parenthesis account number, its type is character, then balance, its type is integer. See, account is a table name, account number is one attribute whose type is character, balance is one more attribute whose data type is integer. DDL compiler generates a set of tables stored in a data dictionary. Now, what is meant by data dictionary? Data dictionary contains metadata, that is data about data. Database schema, data storage and definition language specifies the storage structure and access methods used, integrity constraints, domain constraints, reference integrity, references constraint in SQL, assertion and authorization. Second language, data manipulation language, DML. Language for accessing and manipulating the data organized by the appropriate data model. DML also known as query language. DML also known as a query language. Two classes of language are there. One is a procedural and second is declarative, that is non-procedural. Procedural. User specifies what data is required and how to get those data. User specifies what data is required and how to get those data. Declarative, that is non-procedural. User specifies what data is required without specifying how to get those data. User specifies what data is required without specifying how to get those data. SQL is the most widely used query language. Data manipulation language, DML, is a language that provides the facility to access or manipulate the data to the user. There are various types of access such as retrieval, insertion, modification and deletion of the information that is stored in the database. So by using DML, we are going to update data, we are going to delete data. DML are further classified into two types. Just we have seen that is a procedural DML and declarative DMLs. Procedural DMLs, it is required from the user to specify what type of data is needed and how one can reach up to that data. Then declarative DMLs, these are also referred to a non-procedural DML that requires from the user only to specify what type of data is needed and it doesn't specify how to reach up to that data. Declarative DMLs are easy to learn and use the procedural DMLs, but in declarative DMLs, when the user does not specify how to reach up to that data, this is the responsibility of the database system to figure out itself how to do so. DCL, data control language, third type of database language. Data control language provides the facility of the authorization in the database. All the commands used in DDL and DML can further be authorized with DCL. The drawback of DCL is that one cannot roll back the command as DCL allows only implicit commit. This mainly occurs in Oracle database. Some of the commands of DCL are grant, revoke. Grant, it allows only specific user to perform a specific task. Revoke, it allows the cancellation of the previously granted permissions or the denied one. TCL, transaction control language. transaction control language is used to manage the transactions in the database. The functions performed by DML are further managed by this language. It allows the statements to be grouped together into logical transactions. TCL performs the following tasks: commit, rollback, save point. Commit, it is used to save the transaction in the database. Rollback, it is used to restore the database to the last committed state. Save point, it is used to store the transaction temporarily such that one can easily roll back to the transaction when needed. So just we saw database languages in that DDL, DML, DCL, TCL. See, we use data definition language DDL to create tables. Just we saw the examples. Create table, account, and the attributes are account number, balance. Account number is having a type character. Balance attribute is having a type integer. We first create tables in RDBMS with the help of data definition language, and we deal with schema by using data definition language. We deal with the schema by using data definition language. We can add some more columns. We can change the data types by using data definition language. It means to deal with the schema design, we use data definition language. And by using data manipulation language, we manipulate the data. What data we have inserted? We insert data in a table that is row wise. See, one row is one record. And whatever data, whatever values we have inserted row wise, see that records, okay, we can update. That values we can change. That values we can manipulate, modify by using a data manipulation language. It means we can update the values, whatever values we have inserted, we can read the values, we can modify the values. Then DCL, data control language, provides facility of the authorization in the database. For the authorization purpose, we use DCL. TCL, transaction control language, used to manage the transactions in the database. Now move towards SQL. SQL, it is structured query language. SQL is structured query language. SQL is a database management language. I'll say SQL is database management language for relational databases. All types of RDBMS. There are many examples of RDBMS like MySQL, Oracle, and in RDBMS, in all RDBMS, we use SQL. SQL itself is not a programming language, but its standard allows creating procedural extension for it, which extend it to functionality of a mature programming language. SQL is a domain specific language used in programming and designed for managing data held in a relational database management system or for stream processing in a relational data stream management system. There are 6 sublanguages in SQL: DDL, DML, DRL or DQL, data query language. SQL is a database computer language designed for the retrieval and management of data in a relational database. SQL stands for structured query language. SQL is the standard language for relational database system. All the relational database management systems like MySQL, MS Access, Oracle, Sybase, Informix, PostgreSQL, and SQL Server use SQL as their standard database language. SQL widely used non-procedural language. There are many examples. Okay, we use different commands of DDL, DML, DQL, TCL. That commands defined by SQL. For example, find the name of the customer with customer ID 192.83.7465. Select customer, dot customer name, from customer, where customer, dot customer ID is equal to 192.83.7465. There are some examples. We will see SQL in detail, SQL and PLSQL in unit number 2. Application programs generally access database through one of language extensions to allow embedded SQL. Application program interface, example ODBC or JDBC, which allow SQL queries to be sent to a database. There are many characteristics, or we can say features of SQL. Now, which are the characteristics of SQL? One by one we'll see. First, SQL is easy to learn. SQL is used to access data from relational database management system. SQL is used to access data from relational database management system. When we use any RDBMS to manage data, when we use RDBMS database, in that case, to manage data, it means to store data, to access data, we have to use SQL. SQL can execute queries against the database. SQL is used to describe the data. SQL is used to define the data in the database and manipulate it when needed. SQL is used to create and drop the database table. SQL is used to create a view, stored procedure, function in a database. SQL allows users to set permissions on tables, procedures, and views. So, this is some information about SQL. We are going to see SQL, all commands, and we are going to see PLSQL, procedural language SQL, in unit number 2. Thank you.